Yeah, what's the word? It's your boy Javi Ready, Pilot, and we're back at every drop lands. And of course, I got the co-pilot with me. Who's that? It's Shay Speaks Life. Shay, what's up, Shay?
What up, what up, what up?
Um,
Super happy to be back here, guys. I ain't gotta fight no more because it's 2024, y'all.
man, we still fighting. We are still fighting.
Fuck you
Mm.
talking about? I ain't fighting no more.
Lucky
What's
you.
up, y'all? We don't fight no more over here. Mm-mm.
So what's been going on, Shay? Because we haven't been around. It's been a little bit over a year since we did our last episode. So what's been going on? What's been going on with your updates? What's going on with you? Because I know you got some crazy stuff happening. I know your YouTube got taken down and things like that, and you have to start from scratch.
Ah,
But
ah,
let's
all of
talk a little
that.
bit about that journey. How is the fresh Shay Speaks life doing?
First of all, guys, happy new year. Okay, let's start with that. It's a new year, guys. Happy new year. It's a new season. Every drop land show back in the building. Shouts out to Inspire Radio, the one with the three and not the E. Is you
Not the
shitting me?
ears, you shitting me.
Yes. So we are back with another season, guys, and really just focusing on our content and focusing on ourselves and our purpose, right? I think that when we all are focusing on ourselves, then we have no time to focus on other people in their boo. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so last year with you guys, with the show, right, we had other people a part of our show. We had different crew, you know what I mean? We had a lot of different moving parts. And so this year, of course, we had to start all the way over as we normally
We
do,
do. You know the
right?
lies. Don't yeah, I'm like glad we was on point with that one. We
We
always do.
always start over and have to rebuild, and it's okay,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So if every drop lands, right, as a brand, it's okay to start over and transform. And that's
Mm-hmm.
okay to be able to accept people as they come and go. You're going to learn lessons and learn what you need to learn to keep it moving. Different phases of your life, but make sure you don't make the same mistake. And so that's why this year coming out, I'm in a different place mentally, spiritually, physically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Talk to him, Shay.
and so it's important that we give you an update. Yeah. So we used to do our Freaky Fridays. That was the shit. I ain't gonna lie.
I miss Freaky Friday. I
The
just have
the
the
freaky,
stories. I ain't gonna lie, boy. I just have the
but
stories.
you missed I missed them too. I'm trying to figure out a way. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way to incorporate that because as a Scorpio woman, period. How they say period. Hey, I need it in my life. Gotta have it in my life. Okay, just period. I'm just saying. So Freaky Fridays, I love. We're gonna try to figure out something to bring a little something back. Maybe, I'm not gonna even commit to nothing because I ain't gonna put myself on. You be like, no, Shay, you said. Hell nah, y'all ain't finna hold that to me. But with the Freaky Friday show, also I was in a relationship with someone who was a part of the show. Of course, he's no longer existent, and so I do want to address that with a short little violin, the tiniest little violin there, right? Guys, in life, let me say this. I'm a very transparent person as a healer, as a spiritualist, right? I must lead from the front. I can't be talking about in the back what I'm doing and then hiding about my life. No, no, because that wouldn't make me credible.
Mm.
What makes people believe in you, right, and see me for who I am, the truth, because I live the truth. I'm gonna let you look at my life. I don't care what you gonna
Mm.
do, judge me. The
Bars.
fuck? Okay. And so a lot of times we get so caught up in people judging us because we put on this mask. Some of us put on this mask. It don't be your real truth. And so when you get caught up in the lies and going back and forth, you get like, I ain't got time for all that. I
Mm.
am who I am. I am the light and the truth. I'm going to go through this journey with you. Because I have these abilities doesn't mean that I'm exempt from living life along with you. I'm here in this world too. I just got extra eyes and shit, and I can, you know what I'm saying? I can see a little further and shit, but I still have to go through the same and learn the same lessons. Like the fuck. And so learning the lessons in being in a past relationship and understanding narcissism, right? True narcissism will strip you of your light, of your femininity, of your finances, and fertility. And when I mean fertility, it doesn't necessarily mean the womb, and it can be babies, it can be wounds, it can bind you of your womb to where you cannot create. Because as a woman, as a woman, it is for you to create.
Mm.
Your sacral chakra is where you create your creativity. And again, birthing, right, with that same energy, with your sacral energy, whether you birth a baby or birth a project, birth a business,
Mm.
birth a new life.
Mm.
When you unlock that part of you and heal that part of you, then you will start to see the manifestations of your life, and you can actually manifest what you want out of life based off of your sacral energy, your sexual energy. It's where you create. And so what I've had to learn through my journey is you got to be careful who you bind yourself to. The fuck. Let me take my glasses off when I tell y'all this, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, Shay, you not on Shay Speaks Live YouTube. This is Every Drop Lands.
This is every drop lands, but y'all let me talk about my experience. I said I was going to tell y'all about my experience. I'm no longer in a relationship based off of me now taking accountability.
Wait. A woman taking account. Wait, when we talking about, we're not talking about just a woman. We're talking about uh, a well-known astrologer is taking accountability now.
What do you mean now? I've always taken accountability and I've always preached accountability
That's a
because I've always preached it. I'm not exempt from that. That's what I'm
mm,
saying.
okay.
You know, I have to be able to, hey, somebody, I'm in this relationship and it was about 2 to 3 years and that shit was hell. It wasn't a nice experience, but I had to learn, right? And it was up to me to stay in it for as long as I did. I
So
can't
what?
blame this person.
So what did you learn from the relationship? Did you feel as if it was you in a relationship, or it was the accountability others wasn't taking?
Once we learn how to take accountability, it's definitely accountability.
Mm,
Okay. It's
okay.
definitely accountability. You have to. Not responsibility, because that's different. Responsibility is saying my bad, damn, I fucked up, but then you still go and do the same behavior or still make the same decisions. That's just taking responsibility. Because you still gonna do the same shit. Accountability is saying, hey, yeah, I did fuck up. Damn, I might have should have left a little sooner. I did see the red flags. We all blow past the red flags and we all focus on the potential. This person has great potential. And this is based off of how you would tackle that, not based off of them, because they're showing you what they can do. And so it's up to us to get out of our own mind and our own head and be like, okay, this is the reality of this shit. I got to take accountability. Damn. Right? And then once you're able to acknowledge, take accountability, saying, now I'm going to put my boundaries up and no longer settle. Yeah. Then you put your boundaries up and you say, well, I'm not even going to put myself around people, situations, and or circumstances that are going to make me lower my vibration and settle. I got standards.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? You have
that's
stand.
a
You
fact.
be with you mix with nigga that ain't got no standards. Boy, you do some grimy shit, boy. Like that karma come back though heavy. Please believe tenfold when you least expect it. So you got to be
Yep.
careful who you move with and how y'all move, especially up there in New York. Cause I'm down here in Georgia, right? This the Atlanta branch. You
Well, I
up
mean,
there in New York?
I'll happily troll him because my situation has changed since I've been in New York. So even though I went from I came up to New York. I was living with my grandma. She passed, and
Mm.
then I went to the shelter. I didn't have nowhere else to go, so I've been pretty much grinding out the shelter, being with Street Heat, running around with Why Not, doing movies, doing directing video shoots with Davies, Fabio Foreign. We just doing like big time shit, and that just what keeps my mind. It just kept what kept my body going, right? But I also fell in love with somebody. I fell in love with the CEO. Well, she's not really the CEO. She's the security guard. So I got really lucky. And if I'm not mistaken, me and Shay are kind of like Shay's my spirit guide. So sometimes, she's always around. But the homelessness is taught me a lot about taking accountability and being who you are, really, like living in truth. And I see it every day being in, the shelter, being around famous people like Kirby Love. You guys know him, you guys seen him around. He went viral back in the day for saying Balenciaga, the old guy. He got one tooth, it's funny as hell. But he lives in his truth. He's a full-blown crackhead.
Mm.
He do heavy drugs. And I would tell everybody, don't do drugs. I mean, definitely don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. Crack is whack. Whitney
But
said that.
they live in a truth, though. They live in a truth, and that is why they are happier, and I think that is why they are
So you saying
closer.
you could respect the crackhead because they live in their truth versus somebody who lying as a scammer or something.
That's a fact.
Mm,
Because I know a crackhead's a crackhead, right? But there's some things that come to it. But just because they do crack, don't mean they're a bad person. Like that's
mm,
also something that I learned too.
mm. Okay,
That's
that's
also something I
interesting.
learned too. That I learned. I've met some of the sweetest crackheads that you would probably ever meet. Like they literally
Mm,
smoke crack, but they're sweet as hell.
wow.
This old lady I used to talk about all the time. Her name was Miss Linda. Old lady, bro. She got like no teeth in her mouth.
Linda, listen,
Sweet as
Linda.
hell. She's sweet as hell. She a little fiery, but she's sweet as hell. Like all day long, anything you need from her, anything. And I'm like, bro, you smoke crack. Like she take all her retirement money and smoke crack. And it's like I got some of the craziest stories to tell y'all. Since I've been homeless now, but that doesn't change the grind, ladies and gentlemen. Still got to step outside. You still got to do a lot of big things. I got a big sponsor with Staten Island Artists now. We're fully sponsored for the podcast. So we got our own little spot on Staten Island. But then also I moved to Maryland because I had to chase. I'm in love, so I gotta be where the love is at. You
Oh, how
got
they
you
do
gotta
it?
be where you are appreciated, not where you are tolerated. Look at the little hearts.
Are you sorry? That is so
That was fire. I ain't gonna lie. Little hearts is fire. Let me see.
cute.
Let me see. Do it.
It ain't gonna do it on
Ah,
yours. It's only on mine. That is.
ah. So yeah, so I've been in love with now. I've been talking to this woman for about 4 or 5 months now. It's been really good, and I respect it. She's always respected me. She sees my truth, me and my lowest, and she also sees me in my highest. She sees that I have celebrity friends, that I do celebrity stuff, I do interviews. I had somebody overlap like last week. He did a whole we did the whole new thing. Oh, that is called the drop, by the way. So you artists do stay in tune because that's something that we do have. We are going to be bringing the drop to every drop lands, and that's something that you artists will be able to. Yes, it's a lot going on, but through the midst of all of that, I've been trying to keep my head on a motherfucking swivel, man. And I
Whoop,
will say
whoop.
sleep is very important, very, very important. Those people that sit up there and say that they sleep 2 or 3 hours a day are capping out their ass. You want to know why? Because sleeping 2 or 3 hours out the day, how you have cognitive thinking? Your brain is just a big fog up there. I don't. I don't.
That's true, but
I don't.
they might be
This
on.
is for a long periods of time. This ain't like short period like these people say. This is long period of time. I did it for
Mm,
past 6 months. I feel like I was a zombie. Like I
mm,
just felt like I was
mm.
disconnected because the lack
Shit,
of sleep.
a day or two, I be feeling like that. I don't see how you go that long, to be honest.
Shit is
I be
crazy.
trying to
Oh,
keep up with I be like, yo, I do go to sleep like 2 in the morning. I be like, but then go get back up to go to bed like nah. I be like, I don't. I be already in bed, so they call me grandma, which I am. But
grandma. Oh, abuela, abuela. Ah.
they call me
Yo,
grandma. My kids call me grandma. Like, oh, you so old, or you go to bed so early. I be like, look, don't call my house past 10 if it ain't no emergency.
So I've been working. So to catch up, you guys up with Javi Deposit, I've been working a lot on self and keeping my mindset together. Also, while I'm elevating at the same time, which is very hard to do. But Oprah Winfrey did it. Jim Carrey did it. A lot of these people that we know went from homeless to success in the snap of a finger. So just keep your foot on the pivot. I'm Javi the pilot. I'm done speaking. But no, no, seriously, seriously, keep your foot on the gas, like because the moment that you let up, you don't realize how much you're letting off. You don't realize how close you were around that corner. And I dropped a lot of opportunities letting up on gas because I felt like I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
breathe. I felt like it was getting harder and harder, and it's just only me and Shay. We had a whole team of people, and then just knocked down the me, so it just became harder and harder. I got a phone, can't even keep the phone on. Working little odd jobs, trying to do the little odd jobs, do the movie sets, do the interviews. Is it really paying off, ladies and gentlemen? No, but it pays off in the long run. That's what success is all about, right? Shout out to
Mm-hmm.
Success Airlines. That shit came and went real quick. Shout out to people that you know.
You is you is stupid.
I
You
heard I
is
heard they released
stupid.
the
I
app, but
can't stand you.
I heard they released the app, but nobody can log into it.
What happened with that with the app?
They released the app, but nobody can log into it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to them. I mean, I guess
Why are you shutting them out? What the?
you just said shout out to them
No.
that they tanked. That was shouting them out. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, that's the problem. The brain fog. See, now that I've been getting proper sleep. Oh, I didn't even tell y'all, bro. I squatted a mansion, a fucking mansion. I took over a mansion in New York City. We're definitely gonna talk about that. I don't know. We should probably talk about that episode. We should be, we can talk about that through another episode. But I definitely would like to tell you
You
about the
squatted.
the squatting rights that were really in the favor of squatters in New York City and how I took over a $2 million home. We'll definitely be talking about that. Um, I'm not gonna say I'm the GOAT. I'm gonna just say I'm the pilot. That's it.
Now he just said, I'm just gonna say I'm the pilot is crazy.
I'm a
I'm
ram.
not with you.
I'm a real
So s-
no foe.
we have a lot then. We have a lot to catch our viewers and listeners up on with Every Drop Lands crew. And because it is us, right? And we've both been living our lives and going on our own journeys, right?
Right.
uh, um Coming back after getting grounded because it is necessary. You talked about necessary things that you had to do to get back to yourself, to get grounded, to take accountability.
Yes.
Oh, accountability. Wow. We gonna talk about that. We gonna have to drill that this year. Unpause because I like the drilling.
Yeah,
I'm
that
loving it right
that
about
that
that.
and sticking to
But
the plan. That we drilling that all year.
sticking to the plan.
Yeah.
Sticking to the plan. A lot of times, we can be diverted. We can, we may have to sit projects down and, take care of real life and, then come back and be like, okay, well, this was a great, venture or a great idea or a great, now I can pick, I'm in a space now, I'm in a better place now to be able to pick this back up. And kind of move forward. I will say also this year though, you've been in the studio in Staten Island, you've had
Yeah.
interviews. We have actually had, the Atlanta branch down here, right? To where of Every Drop Lands, to where we did an interview down here with DC Da Vinci.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And so yeah, we got a lot. We're working behind the scenes. You just haven't seen us, and we definitely wanted to, just show you guys, hey, we still out here working. We're just behind the scenes a little bit. And when new avenues, as we elevate, so should our viewers and listeners, right? And
Hmm.
especially being, affiliated with, radio stations like Inspire Radio, like that's what we do. We use our own stories, our own life. These are our own testimonies
Hmm.
that we put out there on the forefront, on display, on
Yeah, that's a
public
fact.
display. You saying you homeless is on public display?
It's
Like,
public display. You can
damn,
actually
people
look
can
at that
have like,
information out.
damn.
Fact.
You know, I put myself out there with my personal relationships, and it's like, wow, you put yourself out there. You went in business with your, partner, and then you got stung and betrayed. I'm gonna put all that out there. Yep. It happens. It happened to the best of us. Yep, yep. I
Mhm.
got taken advantage of too. It happens. But so the thing about it is showing the bounce back, showing, hey, you get knocked down, but not knocked out, right? You show how you're able to transform and take some of the worst situations that are given to you, or the worst hand and dealt to you in life, and what are you going to do with them? What are you going to do with it? You're going to make the best out of them and keep it moving.
Yep.
Being able to adapt and be flexible to situations in your environment is going to be important in life, and that's something that we've all had to learn at every dry land. Being, whether you move to a different city, to a different state, to a different area, you know what I'm saying? However, if you are true to yourself, your heart is still going to be able to remain intact. And I'm able to pick up at anywhere where I'm at, any state, any city, because I'm authentically living my truth,
Hmm.
right? And so if you're authentically living, it don't matter where you at in the world, we're still able to connect,
And
right?
it's really important that you do live in truth. Like, took me a while. I just honestly came out with my homelessness, telling the whole world, probably about a week ago, and this is May 27th,
Hmm.
2024.
Bobby
So
Smurder.
I'm
About a
not gonna
week
lie.
ago.
I thought people are gonna judge, people are gonna say what they want, but sometimes you have to get it out there, and we are media personalities, and sometimes that's important. I didn't put it out there to, obtain any funds. I don't have no GoFundMe up. I don't need none of that. All I need is some support. Share my podcast, drop some comments, and that's what I care about. You know what I'm saying? I care that people get the messages that me and Shay bring, the authenticity. Feel what I'm saying? But I
Mhm.
realized, like, as a man, like, even there's some things that I work on, right? And Brittany pointed out one yesterday, and it's called weaponized incompetence,
Mm.
right? It's the inability to realize that you are doing less than others would do when you're helping others, when you're serving others. Like, let's just say, for example, you're washing dishes, right? Instead of washing all the dishes, she washes dishes. She's doing the count. She rubs down the countertop. If you're just going over there washing the dishes, you're doing a disservice. What you have is weaponized incompetence, because every time you women go in there, she's sweeping, she's taking the grease off, and, like, I ain't gonna lie, my woman does that every single time. Like, she does that every single time that she does clean. So when I clean, all I do is wash the dishes, and then I'm still leaving like a spoon, I'm leaving a top behind, there's still grease on the counter. So she sent me that, and I realized, like, wow, there's some things within ourselves that we don't know is a problem, and we have to change.
Mhm.
So also, you have to have people around that can lighten you, even though that you're light. You have to have people that will be able to point out, what needs to work on and improve. And also, you you have to be willing to see the change and want to improve. You have to be willing to see what they're talking about, because a lot of people are very off-putting the moment that they hear some type of, oh, you should do it this way, or this is how you make me. It's kind of off-putting, right? So, well, a lot of times, me and my spouse, she sends me stuff through IG, or I send her stuff through IG if we feel like neither one of us is not communicating effectively. And we always communicate effectively because of that. So shout outs to Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.
Even
Meta
though
is,
you're banned.
oh yeah, I'm banned on TikTok. I get banned on TikTok all the time. Like,
They don't like Ivy. I don't know what the hell he be saying or doing or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how this man get banned all the
bro,
time. I don't know.
last time we was playing that game, and I said something about sex, and it just banned me instantly. I literally said the word sex, and it just instantly.
Mm.
Not a warning,
You a
nothing.
new,
You're
because
banned
you
for
a new user.
7 days.
You can't be a new user doing that, doing reckless stuff. You are violating the community guidelines.
They
No,
didn't
he's
give me no warning. They said you get strikes and all that. I got banned for a straight week.
hey,
TikTok
YouTube,
is
then
crazy.
you'll get those stripes around here.
Bro,
So
every time I go live on TikTok, I get banned. Every time. Every time they unban me, I wait. And it's like, people tell me, like, yo, just make another TikTok. Like, who has the time for that? Really? Who has the time for that? I barely can hold up with this little iPhone 7. You know what I'm saying? That's something you guys can
in
invest in. You know what I'm saying?
2024,
A better iPhone. But shout
better
outs to
iPhone.
my spouse. She got me the iPad. She got me a
Oh my god,
nice
it's
iPad.
hilarious. Shouts out to the man. And two guys before we get up out of here because it's got about 5 more minutes till we hit the 30 minute. Look, Bart, we're gonna get it up out of here. So look, I also want to give a shout out to all of the Geminis. It is Gemini season. Happy birthday to all of the Geminis. And because my grandbaby, right? My grandbaby is getting ready to have a birthday in a couple weeks. She's a Gemini, and she's getting ready to be one. So
Hey,
so
hey,
shouts out to the Gemini. Shout out to Taurus. We just had Taurus season. Happy birthday to all of the Tauruses. We
Tauruses.
just
Happy birthday
finished
to
this Taurus season.
Geminis.
Happy birthday, y'all.
I ain't
Message
gonna
of the message of the year, taking accountability. You know what I mean? Yeah, it might if you do not like where your life is, you know what I mean? If you don't like the way that it's going, right? You can change it. However, you have to take accountability first of the part that you play in. You can't try to sideswipe the shit. You can't try to run away from the inevitable. Karma's going to come back and whoop that ass. Okay, tap that ass. Okay, so make sure tap that. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how bad you done did. Look, depending on whether you what you did, lied,
lie.
stole, cheated, whatever the fuck you did, is the harder it is all the offense is. Okay, tap that ass though. If
Tap
you
that
did a
ass
little bit,
though.
no, no, no. Do it like my grandbaby. No, no, no. Her ass be hitting me back. Time. So no, girl, you ain't even won yet. I swing on you. I swing on babies. I told her that I don't care if you grandchild or not. Don't be hitting me. I said I hit back on look. So no. Be careful with how you move and how you treat people. Treat people how you definitely want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? And live in your truth. Live authentically. Live in your truth. Take
That's
accountability, man.
very important. And when you take accountability, you will be able to stick to the plan with taking
Stick
accountability.
to the plan.
Make sure
Don't
you
be
got stick to the
procrastinating.
plan.
You got to stick to the plan.
Yeah, that goes for all my procrastinators out there. That goes for all my overthinkers.
My Sag just be procrastinating. But you know what? This year, though, they've been sticking to the plan. This year, been a little bit more focused. This year, Sagittarius, been
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? They elevating. They stepping it up. Even my
Yeah, this year.
daughters, you know what I'm saying? I'm proud.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like,
Yeah, we
hey,
stepping it up this year. I'm not playing
stepping it
around.
up. You
I'm still
start to take
out in the streets.
accountability. No
I'm still doing
excuses, only accountability. Sticking to the plan.
Bro, a smart man once said, there's no problems, only solutions.
That's a fact.
You can't
But you know,
approach me with a problem.
men are the finders of solutions typically, right? Men will
Mm.
find the solutions, right? You're the problems you created pretty much everything here on earth that we use on tangible, right? You even made the women's pads and sanitary napkins. You figure out a solution to all problems. However, depending upon the environment that you are in, will determine the choices that you make as a man in solving that problem. Like the route that you might have taken, it could be a little different depending on what type of man you are. Because sometimes you don't got to go the long route. You don't have to go the long way. If you too stubborn, if your ego in a way to where you can't listen to your woman, a woman gonna guide you the right woman. She gonna guide you the right way. If you too
That's just,
stubborn to not work and be open enough to you know what, babe, I was gonna do it this way, but you know what? I'm gonna think about that and really, you know what I'm saying? This is what a real man does, and you will see real results in your life
mm-hmm.
once you bow down to the divine feminine. We ready to take back our throne. We ready to get back on our throne, poo. We ready to show y'all men where y'all have been dropping the ball. We're going to show our women to take accountability because our women raised these men. We the reason why some of these men fucked up on an emotional level because we haven't healed ourselves and taken accountability as women raising these
Yeah.
men.
Most of y'all
And
niggas
so that's a whole nother one. We getting ready to go on the 30 minutes. That's a
most
whole
of y'all.
nother show.
Mm-hmm. Most of y'all niggas is fucked up emotionally. That's a fact.
All right, go to close us out, man. Let's go do it this time, man. Go ahead, Javi, man.
Well, y'all, I appreciate y'all. We love y'all here. Every drop lands. I'm Javi the pilot. This is Shay Speaks Life, and that was the recap. Bow.